think you did to honor. You just realized you sexually sized up that child. You just sized the child up. Yes, you did. You listen, as a fully grown man, and you listen, you may hate it because something in you feel like you're missing something. I guess that's what it is. You have to date and have sex and see potentials in the arena of adults. You can listen. This is the thorough regulations of holiness and righteousness. This is the holy regulations right here. Because I'm tired of people saying they're a good man, and you patting these guys on the back, and they've been sexually sizing up children. Sexually sizing up children, throwing out money here and there, impressing little girls. Giving girls $50 bills, $100 bills, $20 bills, impressing little girls, right? Preparing them for marriage or sex. What's wrong with it is what's wrong with it is what you're presently doing. You don't see a woman right there, do you? That's not a woman. So all you see is a child, right? That's what I'm saying. That's all you see. There's not a girl, the woman standing there. So all you getting, all your feelings, all your sexuality is based, that you're projecting is based on a child that's in front of you. And how many cultures are responsible for that? All of them. Every last one of them is responsible for that mentality. Am I right or wrong about it? Every last one of them is responsible for that. That's why this is the difference between the people of God and the people of the world. You see the difference? You see how thorough it is? Because everything you could be possibly talking about concerning me is something that happened when I was a child myself. Okay, children do the darndest things. That's what they say. Children can be cruel. They also say that. So how can I explain you doing the darndest things as an adult and being cruel as an adult with children? How can I explain that to the people? Yeah, it's a good excuse being a child. That's a heck of an excuse. If I tell somebody I was a child, boom. Oh, okay, that changes everything. But if I tell them you're an adult with 44 states with child marriage in America, that also changes everything. You are fully grown men sitting around trying to judge somebody else's sexuality when I know your culture through and through. See, you don't defecate on the people who know you the best. You don't defecate on as an American on another American. I know you better than anybody know you. You can go defecate on some other people because they don't know the wiring and the logistics of your community. I know the logistics and the wiring of your community. Defecating on me is a death sentence. I know about the black culture. I know about the white culture. I know about the American culture as a whole. To defecate on me is fatal. It's proof fatal. Because I know all about you. Like you think you know about me. Boom. That's the worst thing to do. Defecate on somebody who know you best. That part. Because you can't say I'm lying. I know your wiring. I know your culture. I've lived here. I'm not a foreigner. Okay? You had men in this country that waited for girls. That's a form of like sex slavery. Some type of companion slavery or something. Marriage slavery, for crying out loud. And I don't care nothing about, listen, this is the new righteous day. Not no new era, not no new world order. This is the new righteous day. And I don't care if it lasts a month, 2 years, how long ever the world lasts. This is the righteous day where we set the standard for adults to be with adults and children to be with children. Well, I'm saying in that sense that children are going to be with children. It's nothing we can do. We can't kill a child for being with having sex with another child. We can't kill the child, right? We're not going to do that. But an adult has no business trying to do anything in this country when you are sitting up here marrying children at this point. It's time to refresh our morals. It's time to refresh our integrity. It's time to go back to the drawing board. Hey, we got lost along the way. Can we all admit that part? You have gotten lost along the way when you can sit up and tell me you got 44 states with child marriage in your community, and the whole community don't even agree with it. They don't even agree with it. The last time I checked, wasn't the laws made for the American community? Wasn't these laws made by the American community? For the American community? Wasn't they made for you as American citizens? So why did they make 44 states with child marriage and you don't agree with it? Why did the last law they passed 3 years ago, why did they make a child marriage law 3 years ago and your whole entire community and culture doesn't agree with nothing of the likes of a child marriage law? Anybody agree with that? So why are they making laws for your American citizens to do that? Explain it, make it make sense. No, why would you make laws that no one agree with? Why would you make laws that no one had that would anger the people? Why would you make laws to enrage the people of America? Well, 44 states with child marriage enrages most people. There's rage. That's the perfect word. Why you sitting up worried about what's on my mind? Why you sitting up worried about something that happened when I was a child? Nah, listen. You can shut all that foolishness down. I shut it all down with 44 states with child marriage, which means ain't no American here got the integrity and character, whether it's because of your ignorance or because you knew about it, to try to check anybody concerning any type of sexuality. You ain't got no integrity to tell me what I'm doing in my bedroom. You got 44 states with child marriage, buddy. You need to wake up. You need to wake up. Yeah, you're dealing with a big Southern cowboy. You can't talk no foolishness to me. I'm cutting straight to the chase and going straight for the bullseye. You got 44 states with child marriage, ain't nothing else to talk about. You can't talk about no integrity. Don't you understand that? You can't fight those battles because you're ignorant of it. You know what redeems me? I'm the one educating everybody on it. That's what gives me the right to talk about it. Well, somebody got to talk about it, and it's me. Make sense? Hey, somebody got to talk about it. I'm the messenger. And you want to shoot the messenger. How convenient of you when you got 44 states married children. Boom, out. You got 44 states with child marriage. Yeah, you want to shoot the messenger, don't you? Yeah, I know. You don't want to give it to me that this is my lane. You don't want to give it to me that I'm the one that revealed this. You knew bits and pieces, but bits and pieces do not compare to the collective information of 44 states with child marriage. Bits and pieces don't compare to this. You got nibbles and bits. I got a steak. I got steak and mashed potatoes while you got nibbles and bits. Talking about we knew about that. Yeah, you know what that's equivalent of, what you knew about? Nibbles and bits in your brain. I'm talking about the equivalent of steak and potato information. This is steak and potato information, buddy. Loaded potatoes, by the way. Loaded potatoes, by the way. Steak and potato information that you had no idea about. You didn't know about this. So while you think it's fun and you're playing games, this is the person that you're attacking. which makes it like a red hot sword going through butter. I cut through the whole. That's why all of this is happening to you. Because as you're playing with me, I am the messenger that's revealing 44 states with child marriage. You're playing with that person? And listen, they don't think I'm smart enough to know their excuse. Well, he's just trying to do that because he's in trouble. What kind of trouble am I in? I'm not in any trouble. You've made a game. You played a game. You sitting up lying and making up lies that I know about. Yeah, I ain't in no trouble. You are. That's how it works. That's how it works at the rodeo in the real world. In the real world rodeo, this is how it works. I hope you got your Wranglers on because you in the real world rodeo. You at the real rodeo, buddy. You riding the real bull now, buddy. You riding the real bull of truth. And if you fall off, guess what? You're going to fall off right into hell. Yeah, you thought you was going to fall around and the clown was going to help you like in the rodeo. Ain't no clown going to help you this time. And that clown Donald Trump can't help you. You know why he can't help you? Because under his administration, the last child marriage law was passed. Boom. The last child marriage law was passed during the Trump administration. Now, some people will say, well, he didn't pass the law. As big as a mouth as that man got, big as a mouth that man has, he ain't say nothing about it. We ain't hear him say nothing about it. Did we? Did you hear him say anything about it? This is an information warpath. And unlike the likes of Alex Jones and all the Alex Jones of the world, these conspiracy theorists who wasted a whole platform talking about foolishness. We could have been talking about 44 states with child marriage. I despise the likes of people like that now. You've wasted Kanye West too. Always blabbing and talking about something. Got the hugest platform in the world. Him, Alex Jones, had the hugest platforms in the world. Now, Kanye West is being accused, Ye West, whatever you want to choose, he's being accused of being anti-Semitic. Done dug himself into a hole. Now, how you going to get out of that? You ain't got no choice but to retreat into the black community. Ain't nobody feel you ain't got no choice. And you halfway got them on your side. You ain't got them on your side, so where you going to go? You got half of the black community on your side. You done screwed yourself by playing with talking about Jewish stuff. But you could have this whole time been talking about something that matters. Do any of that even matter? What did they even say? Do you even know? I don't even remember. He could have been talking about 44 states with child marriage. Big mouth people. Look at them. They join together. Birds of a feather flock together. Donald Trump got a big mouth. Kanye West got a big mouth. And guess what? Ain't none of them talking about 44 states with child marriage. Look at it for what it is. Look at it for what it is. You got Donald Trump. He was the one in office when the last child marriage law was passed. I'm what Kanye West want to be. I'm what he want to be. He wants to be me and don't even know any better. Got all the money in the world, but you want to be me. Because you listen, you talking like you intelligent, like you deep. You ain't deep. You ain't talking about nothing. Okay, you make money. Okay, great. I'm not hating. But the bottom line is your words are not changing the people as you wish it would. They're not doing that. In fact, you're jading the people. The people are jaded after listening to you. The people feel indifferent after listening to you. You're not hitting your mark. You wish you could do what I'm doing. I'm dismantling all of this foolishness. 44 states with child marriage is the revolution. Who wants to obey the American system with 44 states with child marriage? Anybody want to obey that system? We gonna win this war without one gun being shot. I don't gotta shoot no guns. We ain't gotta do that. 44 states with child marriage is the end. See, in the end, man, you know what? I'm starting to get envied. Let me start talking about that right now. Because the envy is starting to set in. Because I'm the messenger. I'm the one that hit the target. Now, I'm not raising up myself. I'm not glorifying myself, but I'm calling it for what it is. I'm the one that revealed this. Now I have to deal with envy, jealousy. Let's look at it for what it is. Anything valuable brings jealousy. Women, that got a woman that brings jealousy. Just like Tupac said, women breed envy. It breeds envy. Being the messenger brings envy. Is anything valuable? I don't care what it is. You walk outside with a nice gold chain, you envy for that. That's how petty Americans are. So before we go any further, know that I will be envied for it is petty to me for revealing that 44 states has child marriage. If people couldn't be no more retarded, I guarantee you it's gonna be jealous, envious people that envy me because I'm telling you something that they did not know. They cannot accept this. They didn't know it. They're like, well, how come I didn't know? Because you didn't. How about that part? It's simple, ain't it? It's simple when you accept the facts. You just didn't. Instead of trying to pick me apart, see where people go from that? Instead of just respecting the messenger, you want to go and try to pick me apart and try to figure out why you didn't know. See how they got attention deficit. Tell the truth about it. Because you're not listening to me and what I'm saying. You're wondering why you don't know. You're stuck on stupid about why your country don't know. Let's move past that. Let's move past it. You're stuck in a state of shock. Why you didn't know? Why we didn't know this? Okay, we got to get beyond that. You don't know. You didn't know. Now you know. Okay? You didn't know. Now you know. And I am the one, whether you accept it or not, that the culture played with. This is the humor of God. Even in warfare. Well, I'm the one you played with. I'm the one you've been talking about all this crazy stuff. And look at the humor of God to reveal me as the messenger to tell you that 44 state has child marriage. Huh? Huh? Anybody want to test that man? I don't think so. Hey, you ain't in no position to play with me. Because first of all, you either ignorant or part of the problem. Which one? Well, you didn't know, did you? So how are ignorant people putting me to the test? Boom. Explain that to me. Explain that to me how people that's ignorant of 44 states with child marriage have the balls and the gall and the guts to play with me. Boy, you got some balls on you. You got some balls on you to play with me and you're ignorant. Totally ignorant here. Okay, like I said, you may have known about what? The age of consent in New York? That's about it. But you didn't know, collectively speaking, you didn't know about the collective information. They're not one in the same. They're not one in the same, fellas. I know you like to think that they are, because you had a little bit of pieces of knowing about the age of consent, which most people talk about it from some part of their life. But that does not compare to the collective information of 44 states with child marriage, not the age of consent information. Let's clarify the difference. The age of consent is one law over a state, right? That's one law. That has nothing to do with child marriage. That's the law that allows an adult to engage at whatever age the first age that they set for human beings in their state. This is the first age, the first digit that allows adults to engage a human being sexually. So some people set their first date or first age at usually 16 or 17 in America. It's 16 or 17, right? That's one law. That's not what I'm talking about. That's all you are familiar with. That's all you're familiar with. You're not at all, most of you are not familiar with child marriage. At all. You're not familiar with it at all. You're not familiar with this at all in America. Won't you be 100 instead of being jealous and envious? I know it makes you feel stupid that you didn't know. But don't try to change it around on me and put negative vibration towards me because you didn't know. You see how smart I am? Because that's what you're doing. That's what you're doing. Instead of being grateful that I told you that 44 states is marrying your children. Instead of being grateful like you should be, you want to be negative. You want to think about other stuff. I don't care what other stuff you're thinking about. You shouldn't be thinking about nothing other than this. That's the truth. You had no idea about this. Let's be 100 about it. And half of you who did know about child marriage law, because I'm not saying I invented it. Obviously, someone knows because people made these laws. Obviously. I'm not the absolute only one that knows. I'm the only one that pulled it out of your law system and educated you about the collective laws in 44 states in America. Who else have done that? Go look them up. There's no one. There's people talking about changing it. That's not going to change it. You know what's going to change it? Information showing how alarming it is in your country. People giving you the information to show you how alarming it is. Well, if you just say child marriage, that's not necessarily, it should be alarming. It should be alarming to good-hearted people, but that's not enough in our culture because people reference to different countries and all that kind of stuff, especially when the older people. What's alarming is 44 states is marrying children. That's alarming. That's real. Hello. That's alarming, buddy. Not just saying, oh, child marriage, it needs to stop. I'm advocating for it to stop. I'm sorry. That little patsy, little docile, little approach is not working. If you knew this information, why didn't you put it together collectively? What kind of sense does it matter just saying child marriage? That's not enough. If you know that 44 states in America is doing it, why leave out that information? Why leave that information out when you're talking about it and advocating against it? Why leave that information out? I can't explain it. I don't know why people would do that. You wasting your time. I'm being honest. You're wasting your time, man. You just say that and people's like, oh, okay. And most Americans gonna put their hands on the hip like this. They're gonna say, oh, okay. So they're confused. They don't know where to go from there. So what does that mean? That's the next question. Oh, so how many people doing it? And you couldn't even answer it properly. You didn't even articulate it properly, in other words. You didn't campaign concerning it properly. First thing you should say out your mouth, 44. Boom. Already hit the ground running. That's how I say it. 44 states. Boom. Everybody's interested. 44 states? Wow. Not 5 states. And then they're interested in knowing when the last time these laws passed. I'm already ahead of them. Well, when did they do that? When have they been doing this stuff? I can tell you that right now. July 1st, 2019. Do you see that on the child marriage advocate websites? You see them talking about dates? Some of them do. But come on, let's be 100. You ain't never heard nothing like this. That's all I'm saying. Differentiate me from those people playing with it. Differentiate me from people that's playing with this. Because I don't know why they would play with it. Maybe that's deception. I don't know. To talk about it, but then kind of like, you got people subconsciously think somebody's doing something about it. Now, see, that's intelligence. Throw somebody out there, look like they're doing something about it, talking about it, but halfway talking about it. That part. I'm telling you, 44 states with child marriage in America. I'm not playing with it. They are. And another one is CPS. Look at CPS. Child Protective Services. Where they at? Where they at, man? Huh? They supposed to be the top. They supposed to be the top of this warfare concerning children. Child Protective Services. Where you at? When they got 44 states with child marriage. Man, you out of business, man. You out of business concerning, as far as I'm concerned, you out of business. Well, yeah, you talking about protecting children? Buddy, as soon as we go on your website, 44 states married children should be on the website, buddy. I'm just saying. That's the most urgent situation. You don't see it that way? The age of consent under 18 in 40 states, you should have that too. July 1st, 2019, a law was passed that allows adults to marry children at no minimum age. That should be on those three laws, which are different, are three different laws, should be on your website. Don't see it on Child Protective Services website, do you? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying to you. It's foolishness. It's all, this whole culture is foolishness. And you play with the wrong man. Because I'm turned up. I'm on one every day. I'm on one every day. Until I strike gold. And it won't be long. It won't be long. Persistence always pays off. If you think these videos are the only thing I'm doing, I'm on social medias, and I'm just throwing it out there, and people are catching it. A lot of white people, a lot of white Americans, and they're amazed. They can't believe it. None of them knew. There's no one that said they knew. And the only person that said something about child marriage, they showed me a little website. It didn't say anything at face value about 44 states with child marriage. That's what people want to see. That's the headline you put out. Not, ooh, child marriage in America. This is how it is. They might as well say that like that. Ooh, child marriage in America. That's how it should be said. Ooh, child marriage in America. That's how these advocates are. Because bless their hearts, a lot of them are docile people. They're not aggressive enough to go hard. You know what I'm saying? I'm going hard. Okay? 44 states with child marriage. These child advocates, they're nice people. They're like human rights people. I mean, animal rights people. Let's be 100. I mean, listen, I'm not downing you. I'm glad that you're out here, right? But I have to criticize the fact that you haven't collectively pulled the information together. It's right there. So while you researching about this child marriage, how come you didn't put it together collectively? I have to criticize that part. Yes. It doesn't take $1 million to do that. In fact, it takes no money to do it. And you got a website, that part, which you can articulate exactly what I'm talking about. It doesn't take no money to do this. You don't need money to upload this and make your website more powerful. You don't have to use any money in this situation to make your website more powerful with the truth. And yet you haven't really done it, have you? That's what I'm saying. That's why now you see why, now you're getting to the point where you see why I criticize. You see what I'm saying? It's constructive criticism if you want to take it like that. It can be. It can be. It can be constructive criticism for all of you. But instead of looking at it like that, you look at it some other way, which is a form of attention deficit to me. Well, this information is so important, you shouldn't be thinking about nothing about me. I mean, come on. What you thinking about me for? See, you have a problem. We call that a hang up in the hood. That's a hang up. You got a hang up. When you can look, when I can tell you 44 states with child marriage, you worried about who I am. That's the social media mentality in you. You shouldn't be worried about me at all. I wouldn't be. I would take that information and run with it. Now, if I found out the man was doing what I'm doing, I would salute that person. It would help them if I could. I would cash out them all the time. This is the person, Yes. This person told us this. Yes, that's a bag. That's a bag when everybody's sitting up looking stupid. It just surely is. It's a bag for that person. It's a bag for that guy. That part. I ain't gonna say how big the bag is, but it's definitely a bag. Man, these people out here giving money to homeless people. No disrespect. I do it when I can. I do it too. I give sometimes my last dime to them. Because I've been homeless. But I'm making the point how you give money away for nothing, for no cause, right? Just to help somebody homeless. But you can't give a bag for somebody telling you 44 states for child marriage. You feel like that's a ripoff? But you give money to people for free and don't feel like it's a ripoff. You get nothing from it other than your good virtues. That's good. Now, I'm not saying it's wrong. You get to feel like you're walking away being a good Samaritan, right? And that's wonderful. I do it too. But but tangibly speaking, you're getting nothing from it. I'm giving you something. I'm giving you information, and you ain't got a bag for me. Something wrong with you. You got to hang up. Your whole culture got to hang up. And I don't care what it is. All I know is you can't sit around and play with one man, and you out here got 44 states for child marriage, big baby. I can conclude right there. I can take that route too. I like to take the route where you realize I deserve a bag. I like to take that route. But I'm about to merge over to, well, hey, judgment's coming. I'm merging over into that exit. I'm getting off on the highway at that exit where judgments come. That part. I'm getting off on that highway, buddy. I'm getting off on that exit.